Hi, Lou Pulsfer here to talk about PrezCon, which is in Charlottesville, Virginia. And after I describe it, I'll have some photographs as well. This is a regional tournament convention. In other words, most of the people come from the state it's in, Virginia, and surrounding states. And the main function from the point of view of a lot of people is tournaments. Board game tournaments and card game tournaments. Roughly 600 people come for 5 days. There's an auction store. If you don't know what an auction store is, the games are set out with prices, and those prices go down over time. And you can come through and pick up whatever you want and buy at the current price, or perhaps wait and come back later and buy at a lower price. They have open gaming, but mostly it's tournaments. It's strictly board and card games. There's no RPGs, no CCGs, no miniatures, no video games. And I mean no, I don't remember ever seeing one of those games being played at all. Board and card games. And as conventions for board and card games often are, this one's divided between people who are baby boomer generation and much younger people, often who are families of the older people. As with the World Board Gaming Convention, World Board Gaming Championship, you pay a single fee and you play in as many tournaments as you can fit your schedule into. There are war game tournaments and there are Euro tournaments. The biggest tournament in 2014 was Ticket to Ride with 115 entrants. There's also kids game tournaments like Liar's Dice and Werewolf. The turnout at the Britannia tournament, which I mentioned since it's the game I designed, was 15, which was a good turnout for PrezCon. In comparison, at WBC, 40-some is a good turnout. The tournaments typically have several heats. You don't have to play in every heat, but the format varies. So you always have to check the particular format of the tournament you're going to play in. The players are mostly helpful, but they're usually very, very good. One of my friends calls them sharks, and he won't go to PrezCon because he doesn't want to deal with sharks. On the other hand, my friend Jeffro played in the Britannia tournament. It was the first time he'd ever played Britannia, and he won thanks in part to good advice from some of the other players, and in part, of course, to his own efforts. Now we have a few photos from the 2014 convention. Justin Thompson, who runs the convention, wanted me to show this to show how organized the convention was. And here we have the plaques that are given to the winners and sometimes the placers in the tournaments. It depends on how many people are in the tournament. This is one of the main ballrooms, mainly for tournaments in this case. And this is a view toward the vendors. It's not a big vendor convention. Mayfair is there, Worthington Publishing, GMT, several others. Here is part of the Britannia tournament. Jim Jordan, the game master, is on the left. And here we have people playing a prototype game of mine, which is vaguely reminiscent of Stratego, although much more chess-like.